Click off the video. I'm about to get major disrespectful in this one. Don't watch. Click off now. Moving forward. This video is going to be titled Hyper Sunbright Lucidity. Hyper Sunbright Lucidity. That's what I'm going to call this video. Why do I want to call this video Hyper Sunbright Lucidity? I'm going to reveal the ultimate task here that I have, at least for the first half of what I am trying to push into your world. What am I trying to do? What is my first objective? My first primary objective is to plant the conviction. Plant the conviction. What do I mean by the plantation of the conviction? First of all, what is the conviction? Or what is a conviction? A conviction is a firmly held belief and or what you believe. It's both of them in one. That's what a conviction is. Or at least when you study or learn of the word's full definition. And what is my conviction? Meaning what I believe, and of my belief system, meaning what I trust and what I respect, meaning the energy in me, the type of energy in me. I don't want feminine energy in me. I don't want masculine energy in me. I need God's energy in me. And the God I believe in has no gender. Like I said, click off the video. I'm about to get real disrespectful on what y'all believe in. This video is going to be a constituent or a contribution to the incineration of everything you people believe in. What is my conviction? God will have his world. God will have his people moving God's speed forever. Soul speed, one belief, and one foundation. I'm just going to throw these words out here. Your God is a woman. The Lord God is a woman. And the devil, and the leader of the world, and the government world leader, all in one. Once again, your God is a woman, a very evil woman at that. A very evil woman, your God is. Also, the devil, we know of as Satan or Baal or all of those depictions of a very evil entity. Your Lord God are those things. Are those beings, all in one, meaning your Lord God is the generator of every evil angel from our history that destroyed our lives and orchestrated or gave the recessive genoclass individuals the power they need to keep us subjugated the way we are today. Your Lord God's involvement throughout our entire history is what gave them the power they needed to keep us bound to war, hatred, division, and stagnance. Your Lord God is the reason for it. Your Lord God is a woman. And the devil, and the government leader of the world, all in one. So, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna just consider those word seeds for right now. I'm gonna just consider those word seeds, and I'm gonna water them down later after I explain this. So, right now, my primary objective is to plant the conviction. God will have his world. God will have his people. Plant the conviction. Why do I want to plant the conviction? Because right now, your Lord Devil God, or your Lord Devil government, is the God of this age, watering the seeds. Your Lord Devil God, your Lord Devil government is the God of this age currently. And your Lord Devil government, she is orchestrating all of the world's chaos as we know it today. All she's doing is just telling people to be chaotic. And they are listening to her due to all the things that she did in our history to ensure that she have a chance to get them to listen to her. If you think white people are responsible for all the chaos and corruption that happened throughout our history, you are only partially right. But here's the reality. Just because you put a white face on the devil supremacy, that does not make it white supremacy. Just like if you put a black face on white supremacy, that doesn't make it black supremacy, huh? Moving forward. So, plant the conviction by any moral means necessary. What is it going to do? What is it going to do, me planting my conviction or planting this conviction? God will have his world, God will have his people, moving God will have his people, moving God's speed forever, so speed one belief. What would the plantation of this conviction do? It will give you all a star to shoot at that is outside of this world's recommendations. What do I mean by a star to shoot at? A destination, a place to go to, home liberation. That's what the plantation of my conviction is going to do. It's going to give you all, every last person on this planet, every individual person on this planet. If you are a human being who can comprehend this, you are going to have a star to shoot at with this conviction, meaning you are going to have a destination, a place to get to, home liberation. More details of my conviction. What are some signs? How am I going to plant it? The plantation of my conviction, God will have his world. What are some signs of what it's going to seem like when it begets its plantation? Everybody's going to start talking about it. Or everyone is going to start talking in the field of my conviction. How will you notice the people talking in the field of my conviction? They're going to notice things for what they are. They're going to notice how all the food is poison and how we don't even need to have any of this food at all. We need to go back to food that we grow without the decolonized seed or the chemicalized grounds that these ships travel across, you see. People are going to start noticing virtually every pattern that comes from this so-called authority. And I'm talking every group of any people of every aspect of humanity's hierarchy of people, if that makes sense to you. Meaning like whoever plays a role in the secret society games, who sacrifice children every day. Did you notice that the recessive geno class people and the sellout melanated who are giving power unto the beast right now currently, did you know they kill about 1 to 1,000 of us every single day? And most of them, virtually all of them, are children. Global child manumission. But first, you have to remove the planks from your own eye before you can remove splinters from anyone else's eye, you see. The plantation of my conviction. What are some more things you'll notice? People will start noticing things for what they are. People will start noticing all of the patterns. People will start talking about this. People will start marching or have a desire to manifest soul liberation, soul sovereignty, soul coexistence, and or the manifestation of God's kingdom of heaven, and or a reality where nothing is destroying your life for no reason at all anymore. The plantation of this conviction is going to give you all a star to shoot at. What's another way you can label and describe this star that everyone is shooting? I'm trying to get everyone to shoot at. Just by planting this conviction or just by talking about it. You can consider it to be a global golden yuga. A global golden yuga. What is a yuga? Yuga in Sanskrit means cyclic age. That is what yuga in Sanskrit means, cyclic age. A golden age, then a golden cyclic age. That's what the plantation of this conviction is going to bring us all. A star to shoot at that will be of a golden or global golden cyclic age, or a global golden yuga. That's what it's going to do. But unfortunately, I have to disrespect your Lord God, disrespect everything you believe in, and destroy every emotion that you have that's keeping you stopping you and preventing you from getting to this golden yuga. You see, all of your emotions must be destroyed. Everything you believe in must be eradicated. All of your fears must be incinerated. Everything that you have hatred for must be eradicated. Everything. But it's all internal works. It's all eradicating and or disintegrating and or removing the darkness from within that thy mind and heart space. Random question. How was the sun born? How was the sun born in the sky? How was the sun born? What happened when the sun was first created? What all went down? What underwent? What elements of matter? What was there? What kind of radiant matter? What kind of gaseous matter? What kind of liquid matter? And or what kind of solid matter? And or what kind of sound went into the creation of the sun? And when the sun was born, or first manifested and brought into our reality, what did it do? What did the creation of the sun do? Just random question. Just want to throw it out there. Plantation of my conviction. What are some more signs? Well, how can you tell the plantation of my conviction is working? Take a look at exactly what the world is doing right now. And what exactly is the world? The world is the earth, together with all of its countries, peoples, and natural features. The world is the earth, together with all of its countries, peoples, and natural features. Countries, peoples, people. What are the people doing as I am saying things out loud, different than what the devil is saying out loud? Remember, the plantation of my conviction is far more different than the plantation of the devil's conviction, because the plantation of the devil's conviction is to keep you away from this one truth: live by what's good, beautiful, normal, and natural. Peace, respect, balance, and progression. Peace, love, unity, and advancement. Calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. Give life and the ability to live them accurately. Protect life and the abilities to live them accurately. The plantation of my conviction will see to it that you all have full access and awareness to thine own natural mind standards. Once you gain these kind of ideas, and you face the enemy, and you face what this world has going on for you, all of those thousands and thousands of convictions that the enemy has that'll trick talk you and prevent you from going to this one truth of who you really are and why you're really here for thine own well-being, they will be ineffective. They'll have no effect on you. They'll be able to harm you at none at all. No weapon, especially these metaphorical feelings that the enemy cooks up, none of their weapons formed against you shall prosper. When my conviction takes full plantation into the natural ethos and logos of your world, and/or natural logos and ethos of your world. What is a logos? What is an ethos? A logos is defined simply as this: the word of who you all know as Jesus, and the word of the Lord devil government in one. Problem and the solution. Your Lord devil government is the problem, and the King of Kings is the solution. Your Lord devil government is the problem, and the King of Kings is the solution. This conviction, it's inspired by virtually everything that King Yeshua has taught us throughout history. That's what this is inspired by. And the reason why it's inspired by him is because I needed it to have the muscle and the strength, non-physically, to really uproot and eradicate the darkness from thy mind and heart space, or MHS. You see, once you're able to see clearly, which is another reason why I call this video Hyper Sunbright Lucidity. Once you're able to see completely clarity. Once you're able to see with absolute clarity, nothing of this world will be able to deceive you any longer. Nothing. But I will not stop. I want to stop, or at least take some time off, but I can't because the enemy is not going to stop. So anytime I say I'm going to take some time off, I can't. I need to plant this conviction. This conviction is what's going to get it. Here, I'm going to pervert a few names to make this conviction settle in a little bit more. So right now, I'm trying to get you all to a global golden yuga by talking crap about it. Plant the conviction by any moral means necessary, meaning let everybody know what is and/or where is the star we are shooting at. Where are we trying to go? How are we trying to get out of this madness that the Lord devil government wants us all to be in? Because the Lord devil government, meaning Mother Ma'at, she is the one that wants us all stuck in this hell permanently, forever and for all eternity. This is why there's a threat of 432,000 years of artificial intelligence slavery approaching us at rapid speed right now. If you think the BRICS alliance is anything good, you're wrong. If you think us having any of these countries is anything good, you're wrong. So, I have this thing, right, that's going to really help get this conviction planted into the ground, or planted into the mind and heart space grounds of our family. The spiritual grounds. So, I have this thing called an I body, right? I body. The I body that's going to lead everyone to the global golden yuga. The global golden yuga, GGY. I have an I body that's going to lead everyone to the GGY, the global golden yuga. Where am I going with this? If I said I'm about to pervert somebody's name. Yeah. When I plant my conviction, it's going to Lead everyone to an IGGY. Yeah, sure. I'm about to pervert somebody else's name. Because I wanna alter what you believe in. So I'm about to pervert somebody else's name. You, Soldier Boy. I don't like calling you a boy. So I'm just gonna consider you as God's soldier. I'm just gonna post this in the video. Just gonna say this word out loud and just post it. Who cares? Nobody cares, man. So I'm just gonna say this word out loud and post it on the internet. Yeah, I don't consider you a boy at all. Yeah, but I see the soul in your name, the Soldier Boy in your name. But I'm not gonna consider you a boy anymore. From now on, I see you as God's soldier. Just want to throw that out there. Another name I want to pervert. DC Young Fly. I don't see you as a young insect. Your name is going to be considered DC Wise Guy to me. Yeah, DC Wise Guy, because you're funny, right? Yeah, DC Wise Guy. You ain't no young fly in my eyes. I don't see you as an insect. I see none of my kind as an insect at all. I don't see you as boys. I don't see you as insects. I don't see you as no littles and no youngs or anything like that. I don't see you as what this world sees you. I see you as what you were meant to be, God. Just want to throw those words out there real quick. Let me see. So yeah, moving forward from those three names I just perverted. IGGY. I'm going to get my iBody to lead you all to a global golden yuga. And it's going to require me planting this conviction first, meaning I have to explain to you, label and describe exactly what I mean in full detail when I say these words right here. God will have his world, God will have his people, move in God's speed forever, which is soul speed and one belief, one foundation. More details before I close the video, because I didn't want this to be too long. Who is the true God in my eye? Who is the true God to me? The God is the power inside of humanity, not the external Lord, devil government of yours. You call it a secret government? Well, in reality, your secret government is Yahweh, Yahweh Allah, Kaidios, Yahja Khan, or Jehovah Ma'at and Lil Isis, or Yahuwah, or the Vyapani, or Vazundara. All of those things. All of those entities. Every evil angel from our history was generated from the power that your Lord God once had. This is what I definitely want to say, and I want to make sure I get these words clear. The devil does not have any of her space powers anymore. All of her abilities to generate those angels from back in the day, from way back in our ancient days, none of those powers she has any longer. You can thank the King of Kings for that. Study the book of Revelation. She has none of those powers anymore. It's just the influence now. It's just the influence. And when you study our history properly, you'll see how she was able to baptize us into this influence and have us grow up in it. You see, to the point where it'd be all we know is what is artificial. And now we have an artificial world built on top of our natural world. Everyone believes that, or a lot of people are starting to believe, since more of the truth is starting to hit the ground, that a lot of this is pointless. A lot of this is meaningless. Well, of course it is, because it's not your world for it to have meaning in. If you want to have a meaningful life, you have to live in a meaningful world. This world is useless, nothing, meaningless, artificial. Produced by a false God moving to and throughout humanity by way of influence. That's what this world is. This world is a world where the earth, together with all of its countries, peoples, and natural features, has the devil moving to and throughout them all. If you all want to live a meaningful life, destroy what this world is. Destroy what the world that's causing you and or stopping you from living the meaningful life you are destined to live. Literally destined to live a good life. You are literally destined to live a good life. Literally. Here's proof. Look up the word emotion. Play with the word a little bit. Why does it say emotion versus regular motion? Emotion? Yeah, like energy motion, huh? Energy motion, emotion. What is an emotion? Here's the full definition first. An emotion is a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from one's mood, circumstances, or relationships with others. Mood, circumstances, or relationships with others. Relationships with others. Circumstances, like a situation. So in other words, your emotion can also, according to the artificial definition of it, your emotions can also come from your environment and or what you are aware of, right? Depending on how it's all playing out for you. Well, I'm here to tell you this. Due to how my conviction is set up, nothing outside of you dictates how your natural instinctive state of mind desires to play. Nothing outside of you does. What is your natural instinctive state of mind? The source of all moral authority. We only got one natural instinctive state of mind because we are all of one people. All of our common sense, our abilities to function, they come from this source, the natural instinctive state of mind. That's where all of our abilities to function come from. Now, our abilities to control how we function, those abilities, those are all within our mind space, our conscious mind space. However, our subconscious mind is of the natural instinctive state of mind, which is also connected to the mind as well. Two minds, one in the heart, one in the head. But they are both connected and hooked up, all in sync with one another. To be considered your mind and heart space, or your spirit soul space, or your belief space, or your thought feeling space, or your intellect spirit space. Because remember, spirit is the same as soul, so it doesn't matter. Mind spirit space. I would just consider mind heart space though, MHS, moving forward. Due to the poison being put into your mind space, your heart space is doing whatever the mind space is telling it to do. Meaning, whatever goes in here will go in here. But the thing is, your natural instinctive state of mind cannot be changed from the energy that it is at all. So whatever comes in here, whether imbalanced, balanced, or regular, or balanced or good, whatever comes in here will be pushed into here, information-wise, intellectual-wise. So my whole thing is, the devil has been telling us to operate at low energy for some time. So why can't someone just come out of nowhere and tell us to operate in a good one, or in a strong one, or in a high one? This is what I want to do here. I just want to be the guy who pops out of nowhere and tells everybody to move in a stronger and better direction. That's what I want to be now. I live for no other reason other than the plantation of this conviction here. No other reason. There is no other reason to live other than to plant this conviction, giving you all the star to shoot at, and/or just telling you all what can be done and how. At least I want to do something that may help push this idea a little bit faster. In case you're wondering about the random slurs I have, my family, I have lived a life, say 20 years, straight concussions, hyper-traumatizations. I'm only 34 years old. So that means I have had 20 years of straight abuse and 14 years to be freed from it. Has it done anything to slow me down? Not at all. Why? Because this energy is rapidly healing. It's a rapidly healing energy, meaning it just returns things back to normal. The natural instinctive state of mind is an energy that wants to see things go back to normal. That is what it does naturally. Things go back to normal. In other words, it has a code that it lives by. It has a code that it goes by. And what is the code of the natural mind? What's good, beautiful, normal, and natural? Peace, love, unity, and advancement. Gives life and the abilities to live them accurately. That is what the natural mind is. Calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. Nothing of evil. Nothing of evil at all in the natural mind. Nothing. Whatever you have been taught about your heart and or what the definition of your soul and or any emotion that you have, whatever you've been taught in your entire life is a lie. Every belief system you have is a lie. Everything you've ever loved or tried to cherish from this world is a lie. It all is. Here you have a guy who, for a decade of his life, was getting drugged by tropical drugs. Didn't even know it. To the point where it had me in a dead state. Meaning I died multiple times in order for those so-called traumas to hit me. And then here I am, I get to the future. Or I get to this position in life. And I realize virtually everything I went through was nothing compared to what my family is going through globally, to what we all are. So much so to the point where I learned as to why I even went through the things I went through. Why did I go through those things for the first 20 years of my life? And now these past 14 have just been nothing but the adaptation or the aggravation of the damages and the scars. My life was snatched away from me. Don't care. Nobody else does either. Just gonna do the best I can to make it the best way I can make it. If that makes sense to you. Meaning all of the traumas of the past have been let go of. I let them all go a long time ago. And now I'm gonna encourage you to do the same thing. Simply by planting my conviction into this world. So those things will never happen to any of us ever again. If this makes sense to you, thus far. This conviction is going to see to it that every melanated man, woman, and child on this planet sees soul liberation, soul sovereignty, soul coexistence, soulful tranquility, soulful balance, soul principle, soulful standards, soul speed, soul first, soul theocracy, and how my soul tribe is going to take over your world, quite literally. Why do I say the soul tribe is going to take over your world? You want to know why? Because the natural mind has multiple names. It ain't just the subconscious mind. The natural instinctive state of mind that's the source of all moral authority and or the true God that I personally believe in, because it is the power inside of us giving us our lives and our abilities to function properly. You want to know what else it is? The soul. The literal soul. The ego of a man. We only got one emotion. That one. All of your emotions I'll destroy. But there's only one emotion I'll support. And that's God's emotion. When you all say, my sisters, my peace, when you all say things like, submit to your man, right? Because it's submitting to the Lord. Well, I say, if you don't know who the correct Lord is you are submitting to, then you could be in submission to a demon. And no wonder why you have such a problem with men as you do. You don't even know the right kind of man you should be submitting to. Because in reality, you shouldn't be submitting to a man. You should be submitting to the power of God. Peace, love, unity, and advancement. Peace, respect, balance, and progression. Calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. What's good, beautiful, normal, and natural. Believe it if you want, though. Because here's the reality. So should the man be submitting to the same energy. How do you submit to God's energy? Trust in it. How do you trust? Know what the word is so you can use it and do it. What is trust? A firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, and strength of someone or something. What kind of strength does God have? God has a strength that is good all the time. and all the time said strength is good. Submit to that energy. You don't need to submit to anything fleshly, physical, mammon-based at all. No materialism. You don't need to submit to nothing material. You don't even need to submit to the human body. You don't. Submit to the energy. In other words, let go and let the soul God. Trust God energy. Respect God emotion. Be God empowered and move in God's speed forever. Reject all evil. Submit to a man is what our sisters do. And our brothers are supposed to submit to the church. What is the church? What is the church really? You want to know what I just found out? The church has a link to Mother Medusa, the illusionist, casting illusions into your mind night and day. For example, illusions like lean not to your own understanding, lean not to your own knowledge. Why not? I trust what I think. I trust what I know. Anything outside of this mind, anything outside of this emotion, I will not trust nor respect ever again. Ain't no point. Want to know why it ain't no point? Because why would you want to trust something that deceives you? Why would you want to respect something that wants to destroy you? Why would you obey something that wants you dead? But then it's like, in order for you to grasp a thought like that, you have to have a certain value of life. You have to respect life. Because that is all I'm telling you to do is respect life. When I tell you to trust in your mind energy, I'm telling you to trust in the energy life is sending to your brain to live by. That makes sense to you? I'm going to keep it hyper simple. Focus on the people only. Focus on overpowering the people only, because that's what this conviction is going to do once it's fully planted. It's going to overpower the people and give you a star to shoot at that is not the ways of this world. To the IGGY. My I body leading you all to a global golden yuga. And what is a yuga again? A cyclic age in Sanskrit. Shalom, shalom, salim. All I want is my God, my normality, my wife, and my farming in that order. I don't want the second thing until I get the first thing, and I dang sure don't want the third thing until I get the second thing, and so on. Which is why you all will no longer have any victim mentalities. You're just going to be aware of what struck you, aware of what's striking you, and aware of what will not stop striking you at all. Therefore, trust God energy, respect God emotion, be God powered, and move in God's speed forever. I don't desire to be your king or your leader. I only desire to do or say things that will defend and protect you from the strikes. It ain't about a competition with me. It's only about the awareness and knowledge of what needs to be stopped. Those strikers. Therefore, unto you all, my family, I say to thee, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Matthew 22:39. Defend your neighbor as you defend yourself. At least those who are worthy. Be lifted in the spirit, not be less. Do not be less. Be greatness. Be lifted, not less. Be lifted, not less. You all have been lied to about everything you ever been taught in your lives. Everything. And you are cursing each other every single moment without even knowing it. When you tell somebody to be less than what they are truly or naturally, that's blasphemy. To bless people is blasphemy. It is blasphemous to bless someone. When you tell someone to be less than what they are, it is blasphemy. Everything living is God. Everything alive is God. Everything natural is God. The true God, the real God, the soul God, not the Lord. Your Lord God, Mother Ma'at, and Lil Isis is the world's devil and the world's government leader all in one. Break free. Live by your natural moral coding, which is peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.